Hello guys and welcome to 5 Minute Impressions once again here on Unprepared Productions with me, Craig.
Greetings and welcome to an Umbrella broadcast.
And Martin as well, and today we're looking at Operation Raccoon City.
Lots of gas masks.
That's actually, the title's actually Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, but do not confuse it with a traditional Resident Evil game.
But it is officially linked with the Resident Evil guys.
Oh, of course, yes.
Full-on story. It's not a rip-off.
It's not a rip-off. It's fully licensed and published by Capcom. It's perfectly fine. It follows the canon.
Completely legit.
It's all good. It's legit.
It's all above ground.
It's not total minor. Okay then, let's roll with this. The game's designed by Slant 6 Studios, and it's published by Capcom, as we've already said. And we'll just roll with the story first of all, to let you know.
The story seems amazing. Resident Evil always has a good story.
Yeah, I mean the story of this game is not canon with the series. It's not canon. It's like a what-if scenario. It's an alternative version of Resident Evil 2 and 3. Where you play as the bad guys, basically. You play as Umbrella's special cleanup forces who go in and kill all survivors, get all the evidence. You know, it wasn't us. It was a complete accident. The zombies sprout up.
Ignore all these bullets. It's fine.
Ignore this
not
shit.
Us. Yeah. Also not us.
Ignore the bomb that goes off. You know, no, there's like, and you actually do at one point. Spoiler alert here. You get to sort of take on the main characters from 2 and 3.
Ooh, that's cool.
Which is cool. So it completely blows the story of Resident Evil to pieces, but it's supposed to be.
Fair enough.
It's supposed to be just a little bit of fun,
deal with that.
A little bit of what if. However, it seems like an awesome idea, but it's not particularly well executed. The overarching story is kind of good, but there's nothing within it that really drives you and makes you think like, oh shit, you know, this is really cool.
It seems like the type of game when you're turning it on, you get the loading screen, you're like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing.
Oh damn!
And then after 5 minutes of playing it, you go, why am I not enjoying this as much as I want to be?
Yeah, that sums it up really right at the start. We'll just stop here, shall we?
We can carry on. We'll go through the motions.
We'll go through it. We'll carry on, whatever. Okay, so the characters. We've already said your Umbrella Special Forces. The characters are actually really cool in design. I like them.
They look really. Apart from the fact that everyone has a gas mask.
Yeah.
They look really cool.
So you've got Vector, who's the recon guy, Bertha, who's the medic, Four Eyes, who's a scientist, Beltway is demolition, Lupo is assault, and Spectre is surveillance, and they're all very nicely designed as you would expect them to be for their roles. The problem with them is, as NPCs, they play very differently, but as human-controlled, they're exactly the same. So they're called medic, they're called scientist, they're called assault. Everyone can medic people. Everyone can use any weapon they want. And they're equally as good with it.
But not everyone has glasses.
Not everyone has glasses.
Comes into her own.
Basically,
can she wear
doesn't even have
glasses?
glasses. Four Eyes doesn't have glasses.
Has she actually got 4 eyes then?
I know. She's just a hot Asian scientist. That's it. Like, she doesn't have.
That nickname makes no sense. Then.
It must be because she's a scientist. And they're like, whoa, she's clever, dumbass. But you know. So yeah, they all look cool, but they don't actually play any differently to one another. You could be the big, massive, giant dude, and he's still the same as the little Asian scientist.
What I don't quite understand is, I was watching you run around with it and shoot people. The way your character moves, made me dislike the game. And that's never happened to me before. Just the way it moved made me dislike the game.
let's go on to the gameplay. It's a third-person shooter in the vein of Gears of War with a cover system. The only real thing that links it to Resident Evil is where it's set and the fact that the medikits are herbs. And the only interesting point in the game is when you're fighting zombies, there is a chance that you or your team members can be infected.
That's cool.
You have to use antivirus, otherwise your teammate will turn into the undead and you have to gun them down. So that's a nice little addition. But back on topic. Yeah, it follows the same vein. You'll be fighting zombies. There's the special zombies from Resident Evil that you can expect, like the lickers and things like that. You can get them in there. There is also like the police force and the government special forces that you'll encounter. So
you got to kill them all.
Gun fights do feature. The problem is the enemies sponge bullets like you would not believe. My God, literally, if you expect to be killing someone with a headshot, you're wrong. You can probably see, you can probably see in the background. We hit some of these people 5 times in the head with a light machine gun. That's a powerful gun. That packs a punch.
You were saying that you think it's because they're trying to make up for cheap AI with just giving them a lot of hit points.
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, it's. Martin said that maybe it's to make the game more difficult, but we had a think on it, and I think it's not. You can make a game difficult with the enemies that go down in one hit.
It's a cheap way of making it difficult. It's like, oh, I've only got 5 quid left. More hit points.
Yeah, just more.
Sorted.
Just buff the. Yeah, it's the old school way of like Nintendo 64 when you turn the difficulty up.
PlayStation 1 move.
Yeah, it just makes the enemies have more health. You know, that's not.
That's what it kind of feels like. It feels like a PS2 game with slightly better graphics.
Yeah, like it would have been damn good on the PS2.
Yeah, it would have been an amazing PS2 game.
You know, it's not.
Or in the modern zombie world of like Left 4 Dead 2. And it doesn't really
serious dynamic games. It doesn't really cut it. Like it's not bad. Like, it's not the worst thing you'll play.
Do you think if you're a fan of Resident Evil, you'll get?
If you're a fan of Resident Evil, you should probably play it. And the multiplayer is actually still alive, which brings me nicely onto it. It does have multiplayer, which is quite a big feature. There are a lot of game modes. There's survival, which is quite interesting, where there's 2 teams and there's a helicopter coming, but there's only 1 helicopter and there's only 4 seats. So you got to fight each other for the 4 seats.
No one gonna be standing up.
No, exactly.
No. Everyone wants a seat. No one's like, oh wait, no, fuck it.
So yeah, there's a VIP mode. There's a biohazard mode, which is secure intel, and then there's your team deathmatch. And the real sort of pull of the multiplayer is it's 4-on-4 team-based combat, but in a zombie-infested city.
That could be cool. You could get some community going with that. Maybe it'll survive on the multiplayer.
It could be, but it has the same problem as the single player in that you sponge bullets like a beast.
Well, at least everyone sponges bullets.
True.
So it's sponging bullets and clever AI because they're people.
Oh yeah.
So it's just It
also has a very unbalanced XP system, where the more you've played it, the better you become.
Can you have different classes within the multiplayer?
Yep. It's same way.
Are they actually different?
No. Oh. Same way you pick your character, so depending on whether you're a normal special forces or whether you're umbrella special forces, and then you pick the same way you do in the campaign, you pick your weapons that you unlock with experience. Then you can pick passive abilities, which are things just off the top of my head, passive abilities, standard abilities, you might run a little bit faster, etc, etc. You've got active abilities as well, which are things that you can genuinely do. So
you get like drops if you kill 5 people.
You don't.
Oh.
There's no kill streaks here.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, that is actually. But yeah, I don't see the multiplayer lasting much longer.
No.
I mean, it took us a little while to find a game, I'll be honest.
How long's it been out?
I think it came out fairly recently, actually, off the top of my head.
Oh, so it's just not
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Not a lot of interest.
Not a great deal. I think I played it with Mike, and he's a big Resident Evil fan, and a quote I've got of his here was, "It's okay, but okay isn't good enough for Resident Evil."
He's a man of few words, but every word counts with Mike.
Exactly. So from Mike's mouth, it's okay, but okay is not good enough.
Resident Evil deserves more.
Resi deserves more. It's if you want to
and
know
we
the
deserve
story,
more.
we do.
If you're paying $40, $60,
$60 for this, you deserve more. I mean, goddamn, there are games for free that you play the Tribes Bear for free. Goddamn. Yeah. So that's essentially it, guys. It's a game set in the Resi universe. It's a bit of a spin-off, if you will. It's okay, but for Resident Evil, okay is not good enough. I repeat once again. If you want to see the story, it might be worth a rent, but I wouldn't go out of your way. I don't think it's worth the money.
Cool.
All right, guys. Once again, I've been Craig. That is a wrap.
I've been Martin.
And,
you've been listening to an Umbrella broadcast.
You have indeed. Thank you very much, guys, and goodbye.
Bye.